Hey everyone, this is Corinne Lafont, your favorite radio host, your only radio host, and favorite girl, of course, broadcasting to you from the lovely island of Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean on Between the Lines. And you know how we do it here on Between the Lines, always with gratitude, or some people will say thankfulness. I go with either one, yeah? So, I am thankful to be here above ground, seeing another day. The weather is always beautiful here in Trinidad and Tobago. Whether it's rainy or sunny, it doesn't matter. Or if the weather is trying to decide, it doesn't matter. It's just a beautiful day to me to witness all of the beauty of the world. And I have, as you will see, a lady next to me, Sarah Im. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. She says yes.
Yes.
Good. And today, what we are talking about is finding hope in the midst of adversities. Now, that might seem kind of counterintuitive. How can you find hope in adversity? But there is hope. And I think that is the whole point of having adversities is for you to be able to find hope. And let me tell you a bit about Sarah. So, Sarah is an inspirational speaker and author of an award winning book, How I Survived the Killing Fields. She graduated from Western Connecticut State University. She's a member of the Women Speakers Association, M3 Linked of Florida, Toastmasters International, of course, I am also, and founder and leader of Christian Professionals Network of Tampa Bay. She operates her own wellness business, Smart Healthy Living. She speaks to inspire people at conferences, seminars, churches, schools, TV, podcasts like this one, radios, and more. She lives in Florida and she just celebrated her 32 years of marriage. Now, that is what hope does for you people. And a little later down, we're going to be showcasing her website. As you know, we do it here and getting to find out more about her, her books, and what she has to offer, and what are some freebies that she can offer to you. Welcome, Sarah, to Between the Lines.
Thank you so much, Corinne, for having me. It's my honor.
Good. And as you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, but I learned this. I know she's not an American by birth. Clearly, she says she's from Cambodia, which is close to Thailand. And what's the other country you said?
Vietnam. Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Yeah.
Vietnam. And we all would have heard of Vietnam in all the little history books and on TV. Vietnam, Vietnam, with all the wars and everything. And the thing about it, I have to try and remember to speak slowly for Sarah because I tend to speak extremely fast. And I want to make sure that she understands me. So if I'm speaking too fast, Sarah, you can ask me to slow down or repeat it. It's not a problem at all. So,
Okay.
Sarah, one of the things I read, and I think I have it in the description for this episode, is you were actually in a camp. And I want to understand how you survived that camp. First, to begin, how you ended up in that camp, how you survived the camp, because we are talking hope in the midst of adversity, that you have now become a flourishing author, 32 years of marriage. You're a speaker. Why are you still here with us in 2021? Why?
Yes, it's amazing. Sometimes you don't really believe that you can do it. But my journey, to answer some of your question, you said why why I end up in the camp. Well, this is not a regular camp. It's the forced labor camp. It's the like they treat the people like a criminal. It's the war criminal. Well, let me back up a little bit. Back in 1975, the Khmer Rouge communists took over Cambodia. They evacuate the whole city, the whole population out from the city. So that means nobody can live in the city anymore. Can you imagine that? The whole country, millions of people. There are 7 million people. So we were pushed to go away from the city, and we end up in the work camp. So I end up in one big work camp. There were 1,000 people, and we worked more like a slave. We was working like 16 hours a day under the hot sun, um, 7 days a week. There's no time to rest. It's not enough time to sleep. We were tired all the time, exhausted to say the least. We were exhausted and starved. They only give us very little food to eat. So
Let me interrupt there. Let me interrupt there, Sarah, because this sounds like a movie in the making. And I don't know. I'm going to put a plug. I'm going to put a plug here for myself. I don't know if I'll fit in to the movie, given that I'm black and I wasn't. I mean, I don't know if there were any black people as part of the camp, but if there is, I would want to be in the movie
okay,
because because I am wondering, you're saying 1975. I was born in 1969, and I know that's what. I don't know how many years it is, but how old were you at the time? What was your age at the time going into this camp?
I was 21.
Wow. And let me ask you another question. You said that they moved everyone, they told everybody to evacuate. It was not as if there was a hurricane or a national disaster or something that was risking your life. Whoever was in charge, I don't know, in Cambodia at the time, decided to get rid of you people from in the city and put you into boot camps. What was the reason behind that for you all to have to leave?
This is the change of the regime. So Cambodia was free before, and then the communist Khmer Rouge took over the country. The day that they came in, they want to clean up the country. The
Clean
way
up? What do you mean clean up? You mean like, like when you have garbage in your house and you just clean up and throw it outside? This is human beings you're talking about. How do you clean up human beings, Sarah?
they it's my way to describe this horrific experience. There's no way to describe it. But the way I see it, the way they did it,
Mhm.
that's how they clean the habit or the lifestyle from the previous government to the new way of living. They are communists. The new communist regime came in.
So
So
where? So hold on. Cleaning up. I'm trying to understand. Work with me here. I'm a bit slow. I'm a bit
yeah,
slow, Sarah. So work
okay.
with me. So okay. So they're cleaning up. All right. I'm trying to put this in perspective. When you're cleaning your house, you don't just clean one room. You clean all the rooms inside and even outside. So the people who are running the country, who took over the rebels, the comrades, or whatever, don't they need cleaning up too?
They do, but they came in to clean us. The
Oh,
people.
they
Yeah,
don't need cleaning. They don't need no. They don't need cleaning. They came to clean. Oh,
yeah,
okay. I
yeah.
understand.
So the way they clean it, it's not that we were dirty, but they think that the way, the
Mhm.
lifestyle, the regime, the freedom that we used to have, it,
Oh.
it's not the way they want it. They want the new system to instill in this in our country.
And
So
what's that new system, Sarah? From freedom to what? From freedom to what?
yeah, yeah.
I'm intrigued. I'm really intrigued. From freedom to what?
From freedom to equality.
To what?
Equality. Their propaganda. They said that their new way is
Mhm.
equality. They don't want to see the rich people, the poor people, or anything in between. They want everybody.
Where were they during all of this? I mean, if everybody's equal, I'm trying to understand where they're fitting in all of this.
Okay. The government, their new government, they will make sure that everybody is equal. But I lived through their new system. it's
Uh-huh.
not equal. The only,
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's not really equal. Equal in the suffering way. We suffer, but there
Mm-hmm.
are a group of people that they are not suffer.
And that's
They are
my
the
point.
lower. Hmm.
And that's what I'm saying. Because if it's equality, you should suffer just as well as I.
Yes,
But I'm trying to take time with me, Sarah. I'm trying to understand this.
yes,
Because if you're talking equality and you come and you meet me free, it comes like you meet a bird free, flying, going where he wants, eats what he wants, and you decide, no, I am going to cage you. I am going to lock you up in this thing and cage you. I mean, this is crazy. You met
yes,
me free.
yes. Yes,
Okay.
that's yeah, that's the way they operate, and we didn't know. A lot of people think that, oh, equality, that sounds good. So
Really? Oh my God. So when you guys were sent over and evacuated, removed from your own environment, social context and everything and your family together, I'm sure there was separation because you don't know who was sent where. When that happened and the persons who were thinking equality, oh, that sounds good. Yeah. What did they start to think when they ended up in the boot camp?
yeah, so they put us in the boot camp, so everybody work in the boot camp. So but they are the leader who control us. They they have God, armed God who watch over us.
Sarah, this is meant to be a movie. I'm going to put in my plug again. I, I need to be in that movie. Okay, just one little starring role. One little
Okay,
starring role.
okay.
So Sarah, you're working. You're 21. You're still young. To me, you're a baby. Was your family together in the same camp? Was there separation? What? Give us a day in the life of the boot camp.
I was all by myself with other people, but my family, I don't know what happened to them, because at the time that they came in
Mm-hmm.
to take over, I was in college. College is in the big city, and my family live in the countryside. So I
Mm-hmm.
was I was already separated from my family.
Wow.
But when this new system came in, they evacuate us right away. So I have no way to go back home to be with my family.
Sarah, we're talking hope in the midst of adversity. My head is hurting me just from you talking about it. And I am like, this is 2021. Is that correct? We are in 2021?
Yes,
Right.
yes.
How in heaven's name did you survive to be with us here today? How?
It's a good question. That is a
I know,
really good
I know.
question. So I in my book I explain, but now we have only a few minutes together. Let me tell you, I had I had the time. I had to dream about my family because I love my family so much and I want to survive. So I keep up. I try to do my very best. They force us to work so hard and did not give us enough food. So I became very sick. Guess what happened when you get too sick to work?
End up in the hospital. You
Yeah, but
can't.
the hospital is the death camp.
Oh God.
It,
I don't know, Sarah.
it's nothing to help us in that so-called hospital. So I see people die every day, and
Hmm.
and I I was fearful for my life, so I start to pray.
That's a good choice. That's a very good option.
Yeah, because what else can I do? There's nothing I
Right.
can do. So
Yes.
the only thing I can is to pray, asking God to help me.
So what did
And
he do, Sarah? Sarah, what did he do? Oh, Jesus.
he answered my prayer in the unbelievable way. I was eventually I was put to work in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
In the kitchen, I have more access to food.
Mm-hmm.
I work in a better conditions. That means
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to work in the heat all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually, I feel a little better,
Mm-hmm.
and gradually, I feel stronger and healthier.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I know I survive, and that's how I know God answered my prayer, because
Mm-hmm.
this
Mm-hmm.
is not usual. This is now not everybody have a chance to go to work in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So how did you get out of the camp to be able to have a 32-year marriage, speaker, author? I mean, transition us, help us. I mean, we only have a few minutes, but I want you to flash us by and let us know how you managed to have hope out of that adversity, because people are looking at the pandemic right now and thinking, oh, I'm gonna die. But they still have their freedom, they still have food, they still have shelter, they still have their families. People are going through probably crises of no employment, of probably the death of a loved one, or whatever it may be, and they think, oh, I'm going to die, and they don't think that there's any hope. Some people maybe even in trafficking right now at this very moment.
Yes.
You don't know what could be happening in the world right this moment. What would you say to persons to give them hope given your situation?
How did I survive that horrific experience is that I never give up hope. So to give you hope is that don't give up hope. So
Mm-hmm.
it's does it sound strange? No, no. You have to hold on to that hope. You have to hold on to the positive mindset. My positive mindset at that time is that this thing may not last forever.
Mm-hmm.
This situation might end. So I will find my family. So that's my hope. You have to
Mm-hmm.
have a positive hope. You have to have a positive a purpose in your life. That's
Yes.
what that's what happened to me. I did not give up hope. I did not think about dying. I'm
Yes.
I was thinking about surviving. I was
That's right.
thinking
That's
about thinking about going back home
yeah.
to my
So
family.
so how long did you stay in the camp and how did you get out of the camp?
4 years.
Whoa. And how did you get out?
Again, I was praying again. I was praying to get out from there. And eventually, God gave me a courage. It had to be God because I had no idea where to go, what direction. So I
Mhm.
gathered three trusted friends and we make
Mhm.
plan. We make this dangerous escape plan. So
Sarah, this is a movie. But go ahead. I'm listening.
we
Uh-huh.
escaped Korean because if God did not help me
Mhm.
when we escaped from them, we would not
Mhm.
know where to go. But we we just have faith, we trust that
Mhm.
God will
Mhm.
lead us. So
Mhm.
when we get out the next morning, we find people, we find different group of people
Mhm.
walking, and then we ask for direction. So
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's how I know that if you have faith, if you trust, and you believe that
Yeah.
that you will find your family, you will, like I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to
You
have a positive belief.
yeah. 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 No. I am totally for that. And surrendering and just realizing the situation that you're in, you have no control. So you have to surrender and give all control over to somebody bigger and greater than you. And the
Definitely.
only person I know who that is God and Jesus, his son, or
Yes,
whoever you pray to. That's the only thing I know. And for you to pray and surrender and give yourself in that moment, and like you say, have a little prison break. There is a show that I absolutely love to watch called Prison Break. It's like you had a prison break and team up with your friends to get out and just be guided and just be guided. Wow, hope in the midst of adversity. So you got out, and okay, what happened next? How did you manage to become the person that you are today? Did you ever foresaw at the time when you're trying to get out of that boot camp that you would have become who you are today? Were you thinking that?
No, one step at the time. One
Ah,
step at the time. But you have to have a purpose in our life.
yeah.
My purpose to get out, to survive was for my family. I love my family. I love to be of help to my mom. So
Mm-hmm.
that's my first step. Once
Mm-hmm.
I reunited with my family, I recover my health, and then
Mm-hmm.
I face another challenge. I face another need to escape from the country. So so it is a movie, Corinne. It is a movie. It,
It is. And all I'm saying again, I just want a small role in that movie. Just a small role. Okay?
so
Oh my word. But keep going. Let me hear the story. So you managed to get out of the country. How did you get out of the country?
running across the jungle. Um, because remember, Cambodia is next door to Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
So we went. So I ran a motorcycle to take me to the border. So when they get close, they cannot go closer. So I had to follow some people that they might know. I don't know. So have, I go along with another group. So we just trust God that we will be able to to get out. So when we get into Thailand, there was a refugee camp that was set by United Nations.
Mm-hmm.
So in the refugee camp, we received some food and shelter, and
Mm-hmm.
I search for my relative. I have only one relative who live in United States,
Mm-hmm.
and I make connection, and I was able to be sponsors to come to United States.
Oh my word.
Yeah,
Listen to me. I, 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 I'm at a loss for words. This is my show, and I'm never at a loss for words. This is crazy. Sarah, what would you say? I mean, I know we are sharing some good points, and you talk about one step at a time and praying and just trusting and knowing and believing. Those are the tips that you would share. But people who may be going through a number of other things, like I mentioned before, or think that there is no hope, they probably have no family, no one to turn to. What would you say to that person who is going through that now?
be grateful for what you have right now.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot be sad for what you have lost. You
Mm-hmm.
cannot worry about something in the future that you don't know and you have no control over.
Mm-hmm.
All we can do is to take control of what we have right now.
Yeah, yeah. And you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I just started showing your website while you were speaking, and I love that point. Be grateful for what you have. And if you notice how I start my show off the same way every time, always with gratitude or thankfulness, because if you focus, and like you said, if you focus on the future, whatever that future is, or on the doom and gloom, everything just changes and seems like it's doom and gloom. So all hope is lost. But if you project positivity, you project what you want to see happen, that is what is going to come back to you. Yeah. So let
Yes,
me hop over. Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
yes. we have to have a sense of purpose. What is the ultimate purpose? So
Mm-hmm.
my purpose was still helping my family, even though I escaped from Cambodia.
Mm-hmm.
The goal is to find my way to be able to come back and help out my family.
Wow. Hmm. Wow. Well, somebody had to get out in order to come back to help. Somebody had to get out. If all
Yes,
of you all are in the same situation, nobody could help anybody, but somebody had to get out.
yes,
Wow. Wow. Do you have other siblings that were caught up in all of that as well?
yes. I had three younger brothers.
Wow.
They suffered the same way I did, and I was the oldest one, and I'm the first one who got out from the country. And then
Wow.
eventually, my whole family was able to come and join me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. We're on your website here, and I want to spend a little time on your website as we're closing off. Is there anything on here you would like me to showcase for you? You have anything giving away for free? How can
Yes.
people get your books, etc.? Guide me.
Yes. Go to book online. Book online. Yeah, right there. Book
Mm-hmm.
online. They can request a 30-minute consultation.
Yes.
Free consultation.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone who has struggling and not knowing what to do,
Mm-hmm.
just get 30 minutes with me. I'm now a counselor, I'm now a psychiatrist, but
Mm-hmm.
I lived through I lived
Yeah.
through the war. And
Wow.
I I was in the death camp waiting to die.
Oh my God. And how is Cambodia now? Present day Cambodia. What is it like?
Right now it's much better than back in the 70s. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's better, but it takes so much to rebuild the country.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's my
Wow.
book, How I Survived the Killing Fields.
Mm-hmm.
They can order it on my website,
Mm-hmm.
saraim.com, and in that book, it's a it's an easy read.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fancy writer. I just write straight what I.
Yeah. Yes, you allow the feelings to come out. And I see you have another book here, Holistic Approach.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I'm a wellness consultant, and I love to help people to live a healthy lifestyle
Yes.
holistically, naturally.
That's right. I believe in that. That's how I live my life, holistically and naturally. Wow. Have you been back to Cambodia?
I've been back one time back in 2015.
Wow, that was recently. That was recently.
Yes,
Wow, this is awesome. I see you have some events coming up, some speaking engagements, and if persons want to book you, they can do so here.
yeah, yeah. And if
Let's
they
see.
want, if they have an event, a conference or
Mhm.
seminar that they want to hear my inspirational story,
Mhm.
I'm a speaker.
Yes, yes. Healthy mind, body, and spirit, which is very important.
Yeah.
Yes. So
hmm
persons can get a free consultation here as well.
I
Let's
do
come
have,
back.
yeah, I
Mhm.
do have a free download. If you go to
Mhm. Mhm.
under more, yeah, a free download,
Mhm.
my free gift, they can get a
Yeah.
free gift.
So more my free gifts to you. Fabulous. Yeah. A quick
Yes,
step guide to achieving wellness at any age and 30 minutes of wellness coaching. I mean, that's two for the price of one and it's all free.
yeah,
Yes.
yes, it is.
Wow, this is awesome. So persons can put in their name and email in here and click submit and get your guide and the wellness coaching. And I think that's important now, given the situation that we're in this pandemic. I think it has awakened a lot of latent issues in people that they probably didn't want to admit, or they were, living in denial, and now they have to deal with it. Yeah. So Holistic living is the way to go. I believe in that, a naturopathic approach to life. Yes?
Yes, yes,
Yeah. But this is fabulous. This is fabulous. Your story is quite compelling. And like I tell you, this is something made for a movie. It is no joke. It is made for a movie. And I just want one small role, just a little role in the movie. Just a little role. Because I think that is something that need to be shared, that we need to let people know. And these things, Sarah, is still happening in the world. We might not
yes,
hear about it, it's still happening in the world. And it's amazing. We're in the what? Is it the 21st century? And and these things are still happening. Slavery in all different forms, racism, discrimination. Why? Why is it happening? We're not supposed to be there, given that we are so called modernized and civilized and educated. Why? What's the point of being educated and modernized if we're still carrying out all these different things? Yes,
yes,
life is worth more than that. And we don't even know how long we are to live on this earth, and that is what is happening. We don't know how long. We're not supposed to have time for that. Oh my goodness, Sarah, this has been awesome. I totally enjoyed your story, even though we condensed it in such a short time. But thank you so much. I am afraid to hear the rest of the story. Honestly, I am afraid. I am afraid to hear the rest of the story. But I wish and I know that one day somebody listening to this will turn your story into a movie. It deserves being a movie. Yes, it deserves being a movie. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm going to leave the final words to you and then we close off. What are your final words for hope in the midst of adversity?
to have hope in the midst of adversity. That means you don't give up hope. You have to have that hope. Keep that hope alive. That hope comes from your love. Love, love for whoever that you love. For me, it was my family. And also be positive, thinking about the better future. For me, I never think about not making it. I think about I will survive. I will go find my movie, my family.
My
So
movie is right.
yeah, yeah, movie will be coming. Hope
That's right. The movie will be coming. I like the song says, I will survive.
I
I
will.
will survive.
Yeah,
Yes, I
yes. So
will survive.
yeah, and
Yeah,
be grateful. Be grateful that you are still alive while you are still struggle. You
yeah.
at least you are still alive.
That's right. And there's a reason why. There's a reason why you're still alive. It is not to die, it is for a purpose. So make use of that life and breath within you. Thank you so much, Sarah, for being here and sharing your story. The movie in the making. Oh
Movie in
my God.
Cambodia.
The movie in the making. Thank you so much for being on Between the Lines.
Thank you for having me, Corinne.